Hey everybody, welcome to the Freak Show. It has been such a crazy week, and I have taken a shower. I've exfoliated my skin. I am just all like just enjoying myself right now. So, pardon the no makeup or anything, and of course the blanket and the snugglies. So, just get used to it. Zach, that guy, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Dusty does it. Oh, Dusty does it well. Welcome, Dusty. Hey, Blaze. It's so good to see you. Glenn, as usual, always great to have you. Let's see, Spooky Liz. Spooky Liz, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Jessica Reynolds, hello there. How's it going? Allie Vania, of course, Allie, one of my beloved, wonderful patrons. Thank you so much for being on here. I appreciate it. And Thomas Perry. Hey, Thomas, so good to see you. I appreciate you all being here. And let's go on ahead and let's start the information regarding AHS season 12. And then we can move on to a little bit of chat. Just to let you guys know, this live stream will be about 30 minutes. I am really excited. I have to say, this time tomorrow, I'm going to be getting ready to go see Evil Dead Rise. I already got my tickets. I already got my seats. I already got my money for the concession stand and everything. I even got myself, my daughter's going to go with me. I want my husband to go with me. However, he's not really like a big movie buff like myself. He's not like in the movie theater. So I think my daughter's going to go with me. I am so excited. I am so excited to go see that. So definitely expect, some posting from me tomorrow on that. Okay, so let's move on to this information. As everybody knows, Kim Kardashian and Emma Roberts have joined the cast of AHS season 12. Now, I'm going to say this man's name, and I know I'm going to say it wrong, but his name is Matthew Sersney, or sorry, Chuchi. I don't know. But he is joining American Horror Story season 12. He has been on certain shows such as The Good Wife and Gilmore Girls. So I think he was also in The Resident. If I remember correctly, that's what it was as well. But this is the first time he'll actually be in AHS. So he is an AHS virgin, just like Kim Kardashian. And returning, of course, Emma Roberts. Now, speaking of our virgin, Kim Kardashian, I can't believe that's actually put together in the same sentence. We have actually gotten some information regarding Kim. And what has been put out there is that Kim is going to play a character named Tanya, and I believe it was a painter. And I'm really excited to see that. I'm glad we're getting a little information from what is actually out there, or what they can give us. Because it's still April. This is wonderful that they're giving us information now, information to talk about, instead of just sitting over here like, there's no information. Because normally I would not be doing these live streams. Thank you so much, Mark. I really appreciate your super chat. Thank you dearly. I sincerely appreciate it. And Mark says, excited about this season. Hope it's not a cluster, McLovin. I agree. I hope it's not as well. Since it's already kind of based on a book, I'm hoping that Ryan is not really what's known as a closer. He can't, aside from season 2 and maybe season 6 and season 5 Ryan and Brad can't really close a season, in my opinion. They haven't had a beautiful ending to a season ever since Asylum. That being said, though, there have been some outstanding finales. So I absolutely hope that, because there's already material set aside for them to kind of go off of, they'll be able to close, so to speak. They'll be able to close the season in the finale. Thank you so much, Glenn, for indicating about this being based on a book. I was literally just about to jump right into that. So thank you so much, Glenn. This season is going to be based on a book called Delicate Conditions. I have pre-ordered it. So when it comes out in August, it will arrive, and I absolutely will do a synopsis chapter by chapter or by the whole book, and I'll let you guys know about it. Now, I'm a fast reader and with all the details. So trust me, I will absolutely be able to tell you what. Oh shit! I'm so sorry. I totally didn't realize that my microphone was like turned around. I don't think it matters, but just in case, let me make sure it's okay. So I will make sure that I give you guys a synopsis and the whole thing with the book. But the synopsis about the book is about this woman and her husband. They're having a baby, and certain people in her life are going to extremes to convince her that the baby does not exist. So isn't that crazy? It's kind of like it's described as like a feminist version of Rosemary's Baby. I do have one theory video out there right now. I was going to put out a second theory video this week as well of my parody, but I forgot this week is Star Week for my kids. So I have 4, and all 4 of them had STAR tests this week. Thank goodness 2 of them all were on the same day, and the other 2 were on the same day as well. But just getting ready for it, their snacks, their breakfast, getting them into bed, make sure they're prepared. Just oh my gosh, it's been a little crazy. So I did not get done what I wanted to this week, but there is so far one theory video out there, and trust me, guys, I have a ton of theories, such as I'm going to do a theory video about IVF, where either Emma is surrogate, where Emma is fertilized with another person's egg, or her egg has been fertilized into somebody else. I mean, there's so many ways. Even surrogacy, that is something that is huge right now, especially when a lot of the Kardashians do it. And Paris Hilton did it, which I'm not saying anything negative towards Paris ever. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Paris has paid her dues, and she basically deserves the rest of her life of never having anything nasty ever said about her ever. She just should have peace forever as far as I'm concerned. So I'm not going to talk about, when, she did it, but surrogacy is big, right now, especially with the stars. And it's very not feminist, but it's very, I guess, this age, this century for women to have a baby via surrogacy. And I remember in the 80s and the 90s of how taboo it was for a woman to have a baby by herself, such as if she would get artificially inseminated, or she went out, had a one night stand, got pregnant, or she just got pregnant and chose not to involve the guy, whichever. There are so many like scenarios out there, and I'm trying to cover like all of them because I finally want to say one year that my theory was right. Even though I made like 18,000 theories, one of them will be right. um I still call BS, says Glenn, on it being based on a book. I think it's a surprise theme. Glenn, I do understand what you're saying, and I think I'm more towards what you're saying. I'm leaning towards it because number one, the book does not come out until August. So unless Ryan somehow, through his writer friends or other people, somehow got a hold of this book or the premise, I don't understand how he could do the season about it. So I absolutely understand. Maybe it's just literally some kind of tiny premise, but I don't think it's going to be exactly the book Delicate Conditions. So, Jiggle Jello, hey there. Jiggle Jello says, because baby, last year we got nothing till like a week before it was aired. Yes, I remember how mad I was. I was pissed because we were finally getting information like maybe 2 days before the show aired. And There's no speculation. There was no theories. There was no nothing. It's like Ryan theory blocked me, you know? And that sucked. Glenn says he couldn't close his curtains and let alone his plots. That's a good one. You you like won the internet with that, Glenn. What's Star Week? Asked Allie. Well, here in Texas, every child after second grade, you have to take tests in math, reading, science, and history. So you have to take 4 tests and it's like literally of like everything you've learned in the past year. So like if you're a sophomore, you have to take a test based on the past, years you've been in school. Same thing if you're in 8th grade or in 4th grade. So every kid has to do it, sadly, and that means my kids have to do it. And they get treated a little extra special due to the fact that, those tests are hard. And if you don't pass them, you have to go to summer school and maybe even repeat the grade again. So it's ridiculous. So I always make sure that my kids get a good night's sleep, that they have a full tummy after when they wake up. They've got a great breakfast, and that they're in a great mood with warm clothes and little snacks that they can eat while they're doing the test. So it's just been so hard because I had to get up literally at like 5:30 in the morning to make sure that my kids had this breakfast before they had to go to school. And oh my God, I'm so tired. Anyway, Blaze asked, what does a painter have to do with a baby? Blaze, possibly, maybe it's like instead of a baby photographer, maybe she's a painter. She paints families, newborns, or anybody that you ask of, maybe if you show her a picture, she'll do the picture, but she'll paint it instead. I know my daughter does that. So it's possible there's a little link there. Blaze asks, what if it's a devil alien hybrid? See, Blaze, you are awesome. I have even thought about that myself because I couldn't get stupid Death Valley out of my head. And so I thought, well, nobody's thought of an Antichrist alien baby. So definitely expect that theory video, Blaze. And Glenn says an adaptation releasing at the same time as the book is unheard of. Yeah, Allie's asking, so finals. Basically, yes, except the kids in high school and in middle school have to take finals on top of this STAR test. So it's like double finals. Only if you don't pass any of the double finals, you don't move on to the next grade. So yeah. October. Oh, that's right. It's been a while. I'm so sorry. I haven't seen your name in a while. I'm so glad to see you in the comments. So glad you came back. Let's see. OTAKU lover says, honestly, I feel like Delicate Dose not go well with all the other titles. The Delicate does not go well. I understand because we have Coven, Roanoke, Asylum, Murder House, Cult, Hotel. Yeah, absolutely. And then we have Delicate. So it definitely does not match because and then we had New York. So it's either a place or a group, like Coven. Coven was a group. Asylum was a place. Murder House was a place. Freak Show was a place. Hotel was a place. And Freak Show was also a group. Excuse me. And then we had Roanoke, which same thing. Cult. Cult was actually a group of people, where Roanoke was the location. And then, of course, season 8, which Apocalypse. Sorry. That was a group of people also, as well as place. And then, of course, we had 1984, which was definitely a place focused on Camp Redwood. And then, of course, season 10. Awful. Season 10. Of course, we had Death Valley and the Red Tide. So it's definitely a place and a time zone. So, yeah. And of course, we had the AIDS epidemic in season 11, which surrounded a group of people. So, normally, I guess it would make sense. Delicate does surround a group of people. However, it's not, yeah, it's definitely not normal in the titles. And you know what sucks even more? we will never be able to own like season 9, which is fine by me. I don't really need, you know, season 9, but or sorry, yeah, season 8. I'm sorry. We'll never be I mean, we'll be able to own season 8 Apocalypse, but we'll never ever ever be able to own 1984 unless like we've recorded it, you know, or screenshotted it off of the device, the streaming device. It is so mean. I hate Disney. I wish I could get 1984 on DVD. I never will, or at least on Blu-ray, because I have my babies over here on Blu-ray for AHS, and I would feel complete if I could get 1984 on Blu-ray. So anyway, it doesn't go with all the other titles. However, it kind of does. So, Debbie. Oh, guys, remember, you don't mess with Debbie. Debbie will take you down. um, Debbie, it's so great to have you. Glenn says, watch Ryan's twist be that the baby is made of paint or some BS. LOL. I know. The first rule about Death Valley is we don't talk about Death Valley. Yes, happy theory season, Debbie. So glad to have you. I think you're right that the Antichrist will be returning, reborn, which is how they can join Delicate with the franchise. Exactly. And there's definitely going to be something up with that baby. Number 1 Outcast says accept double feature. Mark English says double feature was the worst. Oh, I agree. And it had so much potential to be the best until they did our Doris dirty. Oh my god. I'm so mad at that still. I'm still really pissed at that. So, yeah, double feature was the worst. Death Valley and Red Tide. And oh my god, my brain just wants to blow up every time I go back to watch Death Valley, which I haven't done it very often because my brain wants to blow up. But with so much shit going back and forth with flashbacks and current times and middle times and side flashes, it's like being part of Cult all over again. Whew, that was the worst. I'll agree there. Blaze says, I wish Death Valley would have had more episodes. Yes, maybe they would have been given more time to actually flesh it out instead of just leave it. Double feature was absolute trash. Number 1 Outcast says, I love double feature, especially Red Tide. It's just the endings that sort of left us hanging. Thank you, Outcast, for letting us know your opinion. And don't worry, guys. If you loved those seasons, don't worry. This is just my opinion. Please put if you love something, because I want to know what you guys think as well about these seasons. So I'm so glad to hear that you really very much loved Red Tide and, you know, with double feature. Burning Daylighters asking, wait, what happened with 1984? Well, sadly, since Disney bought over FX and I guess the rights for American Horror Story, they have decided that they are not going to release season 9 through like season 9, 10, 11, and so on. So any season from 1984 and on will never be able to own on DVD or Blu-ray because Disney has opted out never to make them. So until somebody buys the franchise, or if Disney was to restore maybe the rights or they give rights or something like that to somebody, we are never going to see 1984 on Blu-ray or DVD. Same thing with season 10 and 11 and 12 and so on. And that really sucks because, you know, I might not agree with season 10 with the double feature, but I definitely do agree with Outcast that double feature was good. It was just that the endings left us hanging. And I have to agree that due to the fact that there was just so much about the series finale that I hated, really spoiled me, because I don't know if you guys were watching my reviews at the time, because I kept saying season 10, oh my God, this is the best season since Hotel. And oh my God, this might even overrun 1984. I mean, I was so down for season 10. But like I said, it was just the endings that were so crap. And sadly, that just really ruined my opinion on the season. So, Glenn says, I hope we have for this season because Ryan isn't writing it. I see it doesn't have to do with Ryan. It has to do with Disney owning the rights to American Horror Story, to, I guess, to FX, who has the right to produce it and stream it. I will actually, I can do an in-depth analysis if you guys would like me to, but yeah. White Bear Productions, so glad to see you. I was disappointed how they ruined a potential alien storyline. Yes, I hear you. The millennials messed up on Death Valley. Absolutely. Ain't nobody loved double feature, says Glenn M. Let's see. Let's see. The Dora storyline was everything, says Outcast. OTA KU Lover says, I kind of want more from Apocalypse. I wish, again, that was another season that was longer. I don't remember how many episodes were in Apocalypse, but I wish that one would have been longer as well. I cried for Doors for months, literally, says Outcast. I still will cry. I hear you. We're in the same boat, number one Outcast. Blaze says, what if Kim K character is a devil or a demon hiding in plain sight looking for the right target? I think, Blaze, she's going to be a witch. And I do see, let's see, Annalisa. Oh, God, I know I just enunciated that wrong. I'm just going to say Anna. I see that my wonderful viewer, Anna, right here, has asked about the witches. Will they come back? I'm going to say yes. Now, it might not be the coven that is at Miss Robichaux's Academy, but I fully believe at some point witches are going to play a part of this season. Uh-oh. I unplugged one of my lights. That's kind of silly. Blooper reel. Except you can't cut it out. So can you? So yeah, I absolutely think that witches are going to be in here. Witches, warlocks, somewhere in season 12. Yes, we're going to have it. Absolutely. Burning Daylighter says Red Tide was perfect till the end, and that completely ruined everything. And then Death Valley was just offensive after episode 1. Yeah. Glenn says, I kind of wish that they did a full season on Milkmaid episode of stories. A great idea wasted on a 40-minute episode. I agree completely. Milkmaids was definitely one of the best episodes in that season. Glenn says, I love the witches, but we need variety. Absolutely. I completely agree. I was looking, though, online to see if there's like any kind of like women for Satan, so to speak, women for the devil. And really, it's just witches who really kind of service them. And it made me think of the Vavitch and with Anna Taylor-Joy. And I thought, ooh, wouldn't that be awesome if like we had Kim K can't, sell paintings or she can't have a baby and the devil grows up behind her and he's like, wouldst thou like a child? Or something like that, like he did in the Vavitch. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I just like to make fun of it because it's 2 V's instead of a W. So anyway, I can totally see that. And it kind of just seems to me that witches play a theme in the show. So unless they're werewolves and the character of the season is going to have a puppy, or a vampire, which they don't have kids. And there's really not a lot of other mythical creatures out there. I thought we were going to get mermaids, but nope. Not last season, not that. So yeah, I absolutely love the witches, but I hope they never come back, says number one Outcast. The witches in Apocalypse were cringe. But OTA KU Lover says that they can see Kim K as a witch. Blaze says devil versus witches. That's what Apocalypse was. It was Michael Langdon versus the witches. So I think instead of the devil versus the witches, I think that they're together. Maybe these are, like I said, these aren't the witches from Miss Robichaux's Academy. I think these are a different kind of witches that actually worship Satan. Not, from Coven, which those were just natural, almost like Wiccan witches. So yeah, absolutely. Glenn says, I would prefer more voodoo or paganism style witchcraft than regular witches. Yes. like almost kind of like the darker side, not the lighter side like they've been doing, but the darker side of witchery. Absolutely. Allie Vania is not feeling so good. So everybody pray for Allie in the comments. OTAKU Lover says Dolls was amazing from AHS Stories. Absolutely. Anna says, how do you think Fiona would fare against Michael if she was still alive and not too weakened by the next Supreme? I think we should pray for the devil because Fiona would just obliviate him. I don't think anybody in this world is a match for Fiona Good. Truth. What do you guys think? So number one Outcast says, I love that Death Valley was in black and white, like the Twilight Zone. Oh, yeah. I love the Eisenhowers, and there was something creepy about those aliens. They were badass. Oh, yes. Blaze says, I kind of hated Cult. You know, Blaze, I went back recently and I rewatched Cult because I got it on regular DVD, and I just thought, I want to see if it got them at the bookstore. So they were secondhand, and I want to make sure they worked. So I went through and I rewatched them. Cult had so many flashbacks. I had to thump myself in the head so many times just to get my eyes straight because they would go cross from all of the flashbacks, the forward flashes and the side flashes and the different character flashes. And they abuse their flashback power in Cult. That's all I'm going to say. I love a good flashback. But Cult abused it. Birding Day Letter says, I would love an AHS season based on the 1950s in the Northeast in a high school setting with witches, werewolves, and other mythical beings in a small town dealing with the townies. So you want Twilight on AHS, right? No, I'm just kidding. I know. When you said that made me think, isn't that Twilight? No, it's probably you're actually talking like horror, not like diamond vampires. I get that Burning Day Letter. I'm sorry, I was just being silly. So please excuse me if I showed any offense. Burning Day says, and call it AHS Townville. I do love that. Not a ghost town, but a town of mythical people that live there, and that's where they're hiding. So that way nobody from the big cities can discover them. I definitely like that idea. So absolutely. Nope says it would be an interesting take to have an AHS version of Hollywood actors or the model industry. I thought they would actually have already done that because they covered the AIDS epidemic. So I would honestly think they would have already done that. I mean, it would be interesting. I'm just surprised they haven't done it yet. Especially when Ryan likes old Hollywood because he included it so much in Hotel with the Countess. I really enjoyed that. Burning Day Letter says, not corny like Twilight. OMG. Yes, like horror. Like a Twilight Zone episode. I'm sorry, Burning. It's just your synopsis was just, is that Twilight? OMG says, number one Outcast. Sarah Paulson was extra dramatic in Cult. She screamed and cried more than ever. Okay. I'm just curious because we're about to end the live stream. I'm going to go stick my face in some food again. Sarah Paulson was in a short story, a short movie story with Wes Bentley. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. I don't remember the name, but I just remember Sarah Paulson has taken a child to a playground. And Wes Bentley is a dad as well. He's there at the playground, with his kid. And he's trying to hit on Sarah Paulson, maybe get a date with her. And she's like, no. And there is a massive twist at the end. And if you are squeamish or if you just don't like certain reveals, I wouldn't watch it. But Sarah Paulson is the most outstanding actress of our generation. I have to say, she has done some incredible movies. And I really loved her in Glass and just so many others. So absolutely, I'm She was extra dramatic and cold, but that's because she's a great actress. All right, guys, we're going to start closing out the live stream. So, Blaze has a good one. My three favorite seasons of all time are Coven, 1984, and Freak Show. My top, guys, let me know what your top three seasons are in the comments, and that's how we're going to close the live stream. My top three seasons are 1984, Asylum, Hotel. My top three seasons. Let me know what yours are in the comments. So, before I start reading your top three, I'm going to give you guys a second to actually put in and type that down. And then, like I said, we'll go through those and then we'll end the live stream. But I just want you guys to know I'm just a little overwhelmed right now. And tomorrow is Evil Dead Rise. I did it again. Son of a gun. Okay, never mind. This live stream's almost over. I'm not going to plug it back in. I hate that I did that. It's so silly. I am so excited about tomorrow, Evil Dead Rise. I'm going to go with my 16-year-old daughter. We already have our tickets. We've already picked out our seats. I am so excited. So, I've seen an Evil Dead movie in the theaters before, and especially when they did the other Evil Dead movies, and maybe they would just reshow them at the Alamo Draft House here and stuff. But I've never seen it like actually come out in the theater, like brand new release. So I'm so excited. I'm ready for it. I will let you guys know tomorrow how it goes. Okay, number one, Outcast says top three: Asylum, Roanoke, 1984. I love that. Yeah. Thomas Perry says Hotel, Coven, and 1984. Ooh. Oh, Debbie, it's an after school special. I didn't think about that. But yeah, go ahead, please. If you guys seriously, yeah, it was shocking. It was I haven't seen it in so long because I can't watch it again. That's just how awful. I mean, that's the shocking twist was. So, if you want to check it out, Debbie's going to post the link for you guys. Okay, so 1984 is so far the precedent with everybody. So Hotel Coven and 1984 with Thomas, Hotel 1984, and not sure, but Summer Camp and Ghosts in the Hotel were awesome. So far, Hotel and 1984 are running. We have Coven, Asylum, and Murder House. Ooh, we have another vote for Asylum and Coven. Wow, actually, what we should do, I want to actually go through and one day maybe we should actually just do a poll and kind of start breaking it down and have these seasons face off with each other. Hi Akeem, how are you doing? So glad to have you at the live stream. We can break it down and actually find out like really what is the top 3 supreme seasons. So, okay. Nope says Freak Show, Asylum, and Hotel. So glad you said Freak Show. I love Freak Show too. That would have been my number 4. So okay, we have another vote for Asylum, another vote for Hotel. We have OTAKU Lover for Hotel Coven in 1984. Yes, I absolutely will let you know, Blaze, how Evil Dead rises. You know I got your back. Oh, you're gonna go, Rihanna, to go see the movie on Friday night after work. Girl, I could not wait that long. It was starting. I could either go tomorrow or Friday at 12:30, like a little matinee, or I could go to tomorrow night and just go late. But my kids don't have school on Friday, so I thought, oh, that's perfect. My husband can stay here and like video game with the kids and hang with them, and me and my daughter can go see the movie. I am super excited. So yeah. Outcast says sometimes Hotel. I hope you like it, Rihanna. Maybe we can actually talk about it at one time. Excuse me. Rihanna also says I like Murder House, Hotel, and probably Coven. Another Murder House, Hotel, and Coven. Oh, yes. Watch at your own risk, guys. Please make sure that if you do go on ahead and you watch this, just be prepared. I can't believe I even just talked about it. That is insane. All right. Let's see. Akeem says Roanoke, Coven, and Roanoke. Tell me if you liked Roanoke, Akeem. Yes or yes? I love you, Akeem. You're awesome. White Bear Productions says top 3 is Asylum, NYC, and Roanoke. Oh, love it. Debbie Ebby Babebby says Coven, Freak Show, and Asylum. Love the vote for Freak Show. I can watch Roanoke over and over, says Akeem. And Nope says Pepper storyline always hits me in the gut. I know. Oh my God. I know. I hear you. Same thing with what her sister did to her and the baby. And just, oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. Misty Knight says, at Debbie Babebby, Mary Girl Moody reminds me of Yellow Jackets, Juliette Lewis. Oh, Juliette Lewis. I love Juliette Lewis. Oh my God. And she has been, oh my God, she's always been so beautiful. So thank you for saying that, Misty. That is such a huge compliment. Thank you. Good Lord. Juliette Lewis is so talented and gorgeous, and she's such an incredible human being. So thank you. Debbie says, just know Sarah Paulson is a damn good actor because I can't even imagine having to do that. Me, neither, Debbie. I know it was only a short, but I could not imagine playing that role that Sarah played. And for me, that just proves of how much of an outstanding actress Sarah truly is. Because if you go and you watch that short, it's probably only 12 minutes, the short movie, but okay. Oof. Outcast says, wow, Roanoke is growing on people. Yeah, it is. Debbie, she is a queen. I agree. We should all hail Sarah Paulson. Love her. And you. Oh, thank you, Misty. You are so wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, guys. So that's going to go on ahead and wrap up the live stream. I will be back next Wednesday for our weekly Wednesday live stream. Also, what I'm going to do is I am not going to have time to film this week, sadly, but I will have time to film a theory video because with those I do voiceovers. And with my actual parodies, I have to like get ready, don on a costume, and those are a little different. So, to do a theory video would be much easier. So just expect this weekend a theory video, and then the weekly Wednesday live stream next week, and then I will be filming next week as well. However, we are working on the house. Since it's springtime, I always like to go through and do a nice little cleaning, so I am going through my spring cleaning. So I'm working as hard as I can. I'm just going to go as fast as I can because I'm so excited that Ryan is giving us so much information already. Excited. So I definitely will let you guys know what happens with Evil Dead Rise. I'll be posting pictures on my Insta and stuff like that. You guys are the best. Thank you all so much for being here and for watching the live stream. And I am so excited about AHS this season. So again, any theories that you guys have, excuse me, I am going to take in my theory video that I just posted. Go post your theory. The ones that are most highly voted by in the comments that have the most highest votes will be featured in a best fan theory video. And then my personal favorite theories, I'm going to post on my a different video saying Mary's personal best fan theory videos. So yeah. Okay, you guys are the best. Thank you guys again for being here. I love you all so much. And I will see you all very soon. Please be safe, make good choices, and be good to people out there, please. Bye, everybody.